Shot before the show. How belligerent do I want to be tonight? Apparently quite belligerent. Let's go. Okay, so we got vodka, whiskey, rum. I'm drinking rum right now, so we'll go with the brandy.
Top row pint.
What?
Top row pint.
The hell's that?
It's a pint filled up with all the top row in a bar.
Oh, that kind of sounds like a Long Island iced tea, where it basically has like everything in it, and topped with like a dash of Coke.
You can't have any mixes in a Long Island iced tea. It's got to be not a Long Island in a top row pint. Sorry, it's got to be everything that's on the top row. And if the top row isn't long enough, and they've got a second row with optics, then you can use that as well.
That's gotta be expensive as hell.
Yeah. There was a pub I used to go to where instead of when you get to like the end of the bottle, instead of pouring it into the fresh bottle so that you wouldn't waste any, they'd pour it into this bottle they had which had a mix of everything, and they called it Death. And every now and then, if the barman if the owner liked you or you're in for a lock-in, he was like, "Here, Dan, have some Death. There you go."
Draw your sword, knock your arrows, and ready your spellbook. It's time for another episode of the Gamesmen. What role will you play?
Evening, guys, gals, and guildies, and welcome to episode 29 of the Gamesmen. The Gamesmen here to play roles, and I'm going to play the role of your host. I'm Amras89, and with me today, you know him everywhere as Hardlydan. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm starting to feel a bit better. She's good. Very good. Still getting these pain in the ass headaches. But
And your butt.
yeah, actually that seems to have started behaving itself again.
Working
this
like
evening.
a regular butt.
Well, yeah, sort of.
Oh, man.
It's getting there. Ish.
How's your week been?
Yeah, well, most of it I've still been feeling absolutely worn out as a result of this, illness, which has really been taking it out of me. But
You said you finished Game of Thrones.
yeah,
Yeah.
I finished that last night. Saw the last episode. I'm all caught up with that. Really enjoyed it, actually. Looking forward to actually getting into something new that I haven't watched yet. Because I didn't really need to watch all of the episodes again before watching season 4, but
Yeah, I think you told me what the new thing was. What is it again?
well, I don't know. I started watching. I can't even remember what it's called. Hemlock Grove. But I've really started to lose track of what the hell's going on. So I don't think I'm going to keep watching it.
Is it just like really confusing, or just not catching you?
Yeah, it's a bit slow at times. It's I guess it could be interesting. It's just
Well, I started watching Game of Thrones. Like, where's all the people dying everywhere? Can't wait for season 5.
it does have people dying in it, but not as many. Definitely not as many.
Yeah, I actually kind of got into like Grimm and stuff like that because Courtney will watch it, and she watched all of True Blood, and yeah, I did not like that. Show sucks. What else have you been?
I saw a few episodes of that, but it's nothing. I've been to the beach because it's been really warm here.
And you said something about a local beach near you had sand stuff being done.
Oh yeah, they had this amazing kind of sand artwork today at one of these local beaches, and unfortunately it was nearly all destroyed as a helicopter sea rescue helicopter, was about to use that spot to land because there was no one there.
Oh, this must be a landing pad.
Yeah, they realised just in time what was happening and went and landed somewhere else. But the image that they made is amazing. There's some photos on it if you go to the North Devon Journal and have a look at it. There's some tiny little black specks on the left-hand side of the picture, and they're people. This thing is huge. Absolutely massive.
It basically looks like a crop circle, except in the sand.
Yeah, and it's pretty damn cool. There's no footprints anywhere on it. Bungie is so far out, you wouldn't be able to see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. So I can understand them being a bit pissed if that helicopter had ruined. It's like, damn it, we've just fucking finished.
You don't need to see this person. Do not land here. Anything else going on?
Yeah, there was a big old accident yesterday when I was going to the beach with my mother, and apparently it happened in the morning, and the road was closed like all day. Yeah, there were rumours going around, Facebook and Twitter that someone had died, but luckily there were no one died. 2 people were injured, and the fire brigade had to cut them out of the car and stuff like that.
Oh wow!
One of them has had life-changing but not life-threatening injuries. So yeah, it still sounds pretty severe. But yeah, the roads around here for holiday makers, they can be a bit dangerous if you not only if you're driving too fast, but a lot of people drive way too slow on some of the roads. Like there's one near me that's got a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit, and you'll come around a corner at 50, 55, and you'll see suddenly there's a pensioner or a tourist in front of you doing 20, and you're like, oh crap.
I hate people.
Yeah. Oh, and then you get the people that don't know the width of their car, and there's this road and there's a lorry coming through, and there's plenty. You could get 2 lorries or 2 buses going past, but they're like, oh, better brake. Don't want to hit anything. It's like it's a dead straight piece of road. There's plenty of room, but no, they don't know how wide their freaking car is. Which Mum says, oh well, they're probably not used to it. It's like, yeah, but they're in their car. They can see how wide it is.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Oh, God.
So, yeah. As much as I'm, sorry for the 2 that ruined their holiday in the accident, it just, yeah, bad drivers really do piss me off.
Yeah, there's been a few accidents around lately. And like that, my cousin got hit by a deer. He didn't hit a deer, he got hit by a deer because he slowed down because a deer ran across the road. And a deer ran into him. And he said, like, it had the most dumbfounded look on its face whenever it happened, dude. It's like, oh, I don't know where to go. So, yeah, that happened.
Actually, that's the other thing. The tourists, when they come down here, it's like they've never been anywhere near a road before. And they'll just cross the road without looking, and they'll be like, oh, a car. Oh, where did that come from? It's like, well, here's a clue. You're on the fucking road.
People.
Yeah, people are dumb. There's no fixing stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just been, enjoying. Oh, the other day, Mum's puppy decided he was going to sit on me, even though inside the house was about 30 degrees Celsius, which is, I can't remember what I said it was, pushing 80, I think. Oh, 86 Fahrenheit. And he was like, yep, I'm going to sit on you and I'm not going to let you move. I'm just like, oh, God. Oh, this is too hot.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys have been having some hot weather over there, too.
Yeah, it's been really nice.
The last 2 days, like, it hasn't rained really recently. And then, of course, whenever you want to do something outside, the last 2 days, like, it's been later on in the day, but it's been, like, raining really hard. Like, really, really hard. My power went out twice yesterday, and it's raining now, and I'm hoping it doesn't go out again, so.
Yeah, it's, we were supposed to have we had a yellow warning for rain over here, which basically means, there's a chance of there being a fuck ton of rain. And it completely missed this part of Devon. And I was like, damn it, I could have done with a good thunderstorm. I like a good thunderstorm.
Yesterday was awesome with the thunderstorms. Of Courtney was freaking out because she doesn't like thunder, but man, it was good. There's I'll talk about what I was playing, but me and Steve were online yesterday, and he's just talking about the lightning going off, and I'm just, I look out the window, it's, right across from where I sit, and, it is going on, there's just flashes everywhere, every minute or so, which is, the best. I love lightning storms. Thunderstorms, and I like, seeing all the lightning and stuff, but I couldn't see any lightning. I just saw white flashes going across the sky. I will stand outside and just watch it forever. This is good. One time, whenever I worked at summer camp, there was this crazy thunderstorm going on, and it's the weekend whenever we're trying to get everything done and set up for next week. And we're on the QM, and I'm standing right next to this garage door there, and I see a red flash, and I shit my pants. It was so loud, everybody jumped, nobody knew what to do. There were these guys across the little path road kind of thing, and they were right next to where this lightning hit. It was literally 20 feet from the building, and it hit a tree and just split the tree. We were all freaking out. It was awesome. I didn't get to see it, though, which sucks. I would love to see it hit right next to me. Anything else for you? Is that your week, basically?
No, I've ordered a joystick.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can talk about that whenever you talk about the games.
Oh, okay. Fine.
I guess we'll go into my week, and where do I begin? I guess I'll go backwards. So today, and kind of yesterday, mostly today, was crazy cleaning in the cellar. We got this new shelving thing from my dad that I put together, and it has completely cleaned up his area. We can put everything on it. I'm thinking getting another one so it can be more organized and not have as much stuff on both of them. But it has made this area really nice. We cleaned up the whole cellar. It's crazy amount of room now. Don't even know what to do with ourselves. There's so much. It's awesome. My parents were really surprised. Love my dad, because if his stuff isn't organized, he gets all pissy. So, and I doubt he'll listen to this. Hi, Dad. So, instead of saying thank you, I said, what do you think of the shelving downstairs? He's like, I don't know yet. I'll have to see if, or how messed up you made it or something like that. If it's organized or something like that, because he has his own organization, which I think is disorganization, but, but it's, I would say pretty organized. We got everything in its place, kind of grouped in different ways and whatnot. Chinchilla's going crazy. Gave him a bath today. And the other thing that's been happening the last couple of days, and speaking of what you said about Monty, which is probably going to be in one of these outtakes, maybe after show, I'm thinking. My one cat, the new cat we got, is not fixed yet, and she has been going through heat. A lot. You'll walk next to her and she tries backing up to you. She's come at me, bro.
Wrong species, sorry.
So, well, my mom did something. God, my mom's getting old.
Okay, I don't want to know.
So, well, I did something yesterday to the cat, which was kind of funny. She had, there's these little, things that make, they have foil or something in them where it's it makes a noise, scrunchy kind of noise whenever you're playing around with them or they're playing with them.
Yeah.
So I put this one on her ass and she's all backing up on it. She's like, yeah, get me, frog, get me. So she's been being crazy and weird, and Courtney was sitting down and she's backing up on her foot. She's like, no, stop touching my foot, get off my foot. We're gonna have to get her fixed soon. Because she's kind of weird. And it's funny because we have the other cat that's down here and they're starting to kind of get along-ish, and she's just watching her and being like, what the fuck is up with you? Because she never got to do heat because she was fixed way before that kind of would have happened. And like all of our other cats have been fixed before that kind of phase. And so going back to my mom, she goes, "It's okay, I'll take care of you if your dad doesn't want to." I was like, that sounded so wrong. So she's like taking the frog thing and like rubbing her back with it. I'm like, "Mom, stop it. You're creeping me out." So, oh god. Other than that, it's basically been work. I haven't been able to do as much around the house as I want to. Played some stuff, which I can't, some things I can't wait to talk about, and I just realized I didn't put something in there. But yeah, we'll get into the games now. Dan, what have you been playing?
Not a huge amount, because I've not really been feeling up too much recently. I've just had, you get those times now and then when you're just like, God, I don't feel like playing anything.
I get that kind of, and most of the time it's, what do I play?
Yeah, for me it's just been, I really just don't feel like playing anything. And when I have played things, it's normally I'm like, actually that's all right. But no, this time I've just, I'll play something for a bit, and I'm like, nah, but I think I'll just go to bed. But what I have played, The Walking Dead, Season 2, Episode 4.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was definitely one of the better episodes, even though it was quite slow.
There was a lot of stuff that went on, but there wasn't much action stuff.
Yeah, there was a huge amount of stuff that went on, and I can't wait to find out what happens in the final episode. It's a great cliffhanger.
I completely feel like I made the wrong decision.
Yeah, I think I may well have as well.
Yeah, as soon as it happens, I'm like, oh god, no!
Yeah, I was like, that didn't end well.
Well, you don't know if it ended well. That's the problem. It's like, come on, 5th episode now. Because they did it very well with that.
Yeah, definitely going to have a second playthrough once I've completed this playthrough. Maybe with, well, at least one change in it, just to see how that affects the game.
Yeah, and hopefully next month the 5th episode comes out, and we'll be able to do the spoiler show on it. I can't wait.
Other than that, a bit more Lego Lord of the Rings. It's still the same.
Made it through a second episode, season, or goddammit, second movie yet?
No, I'm kind of near the beginning of the second movie still. I haven't played much of it. It's getting tiresome. Yeah, I thought I completed it at one point because the credits started rolling. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Then I was like, oh yeah, that's how they did it in this one, didn't they? So
are you thinking you can get more victory achieved?
No, I'm just going to do it as one because it's just that one game, really. It just happens to have credits for the people that worked on each section, so. I've already been accused of, milking it. And people have said that I've got far too many entries this quarter. I don't think I've got that many.
Well, last quarter now, because the new quarter.
Well, yeah, last quarter. Yeah, the new one started. I'll just do some work on that one.
I should check that out to see who won, just in case, so you can get your money if you won now instead of later.
Yeah, it'd be handy. I don't know what I'd spend it on, though.
You can always have for another Steam sale.
Well, that's true.
Because I'm sure that's all you're going to get it on.
Yeah. Or put it towards something that I, want when it comes out. In a few months' time or whatever. But yeah, Lego Lord of the Rings, it's, just as I say, every week it's another Lego game with the Lord of the Rings theme. Apparently there is an NDA to the crew, and I've played that, and it's all right. The beta's over now. I'm probably still not allowed to say anything about it, but here we go. It's everything seemed to handle.
I would say just say what you think about it and not anything that deals with the game, and you should be fine.
Yeah, but I'm just going to disregard that and talk about whatever I want. All the cards seem to handle really poorly until you start tuning them up. They feel much heavier than they should. Quite a lot of them, like this rear-wheel drive Nissan 370Z, should handle they should feel a lot lighter and handle a lot better than it does. Even I've done some stage 1 and 2 tuning on it, and it still feels more like a 4x4 than a kind of little sporty car. The story's kind of interesting. No, it's not. Now, it's an MMO, but we had terrible trouble trying to get both of us to play at the same time. We couldn't connect once Gary had done his kind of beginning missions to kind of get you into the game. It looks stunning, though. It really does look nice, especially for a fairly early build. And I assume, the server issues are going to be something that, it's still in beta. These things happen. So I'm sure that's going to get sorted out.
It was the only thing we were trying to do, too.
Yeah. Will I buy? I don't know. I mean, if it gets a lot better and they sort out their handling, which I'm sure they will, and I have enough friends that want to play it, then yeah, I guess I probably would pick it up. It does look like it could be a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at Eurogamer again this year, so I'll be able to see if there's any improvement in the build when I get there. Oh, that's something else. I've paid for my accommodation. I gave that to Lee the other day, £80 to stay in London for a few nights.
Oh, finally.
Yeah. And and also I was dealing with Microsoft support the other day. Some of you may have noticed I was putting out a tweet seeing if I could get a trial code so I could give the Destiny beta a go. And the first code I got, I put into their website, and it was like, oh, this code's already been used. Now, my friend that gave it to me had literally just taken it out of a sealed game and written down the code for me. And they were like, I'm sorry, that code's already been used. I was like, he's just taken it out of the game. It's a brand new game. That code cannot have been used. He hasn't used it. He's got a gold account. And they were like, well, I'm sorry. Can't do anything about it.
Oh, so they finally did get back to you and say that they couldn't do anything.
Well, no, they were just like, the code's been used. Is there anything else we can help you with? And I was like, well, it looks like you probably need to look into, I don't know, people generating codes, because this code has not been used. I'm the first person to try to redeem it legitimately. But they didn't say anything about that. And
delete that tweet.
Yeah, so then I got another couple of codes. The first one, I'll put it through my Xbox this time, and that froze midway through activating it.
Oh, God.
So that one didn't work. And then the second one did work, but it used to be when you used a trial, it gave you gold status for the length of that trial, be it 24 hours a week or however long it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not anymore.
Oh, really?
You still you stay silver, but you can play your games online. And I was like,
So you want to tell people why you tried to do all this?
Yeah, I wanted to try the Destiny beta, which, yeah, I utterly failed in doing. So I've got no idea what it's like. I didn't get to see the wizard from the moon or anything like that. And I just ended up really freaking frustrated. But the good news is the Burnout Revenge service still seem to be online. So, yay!
Oh, you did play that?
Well, I just logged in to see if it was working, and yeah, I've managed to get into a room really quickly. So there's obviously a few people still playing it. So that was good. Other than that, I haven't really played anything else, but I did make a purchase.
Yeah, you did.
On Amazon, it's listed at something like £240, and there's only one that you can get in the UK. Everywhere else, it's at least 150, if not more. And I managed to find the Cytec X52 Pro flight stick with throttle, HOTAS or however you want to pronounce it, flight stick for including delivery, £111. Unfortunately, it's still out of stock, so my order is still being processed. They've got my money, but I don't have my stick.
Yeah. And speaking of that, Dan's is one step above the one that I have now. So.
Oh, yeah.
He's so jealous of mine, he's like, I'm going to go above him. So next week, I'm going to have the X55.
There was no way I was going to deal with all those blue LEDs, man.
Well, it's nice you can turn them down, so that's okay.
Well, yeah.
Or turn them down, turn them off.
Mine will be red.
Which I wouldn't mind, but I'd rather have green. Because it matches everything. You
can have them red, green, yellow, blue.
Alright, Amazon, where are you at right now? No, I do like mine. I think the Pro looks a little bit weirder. I don't know. I mean, it probably feels perfectly fine.
I think it looks less toy-like.
The thing you're going to have to do is once you get it and use it and say, oh my god, this is so easy. I can turn my ship like this, and it's so sensitive. I'll be like, fuck, I'm getting it now. Maybe I'll sell mine on eBay. I don't know.
Or like into it.
I was gonna say, or like you said, I can get Courtney to play and just give her the old one, get the new one.
Yeah.
But bang, that's just I could get my Vita finally, so I can actually play those Vita games that I got.
Yeah, you don't do that.
I want to.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this stick. I've been chatting to them at different times of day, so hopefully it's different people working on Facebook and Twitter trying to find out what's happening, and they still haven't told me.
Mm.
And the annoying thing is the price of it's gone up now, so I don't really want to cancel the order.
Yeah.
And try to get it somewhere else. Well, I can't get it anywhere else for that price, so. I mean, I could have ordered it from the Bad Cat store and had it here now, but it was £40 more.
Mm.
So I ain't got that kind of money to throw away. So yeah, I'm still kind of come on, which is good because I'm waiting for that before I play Star Citizen again, and the update still hasn't happened. So I'm like, I'm all right as long as it doesn't turn up after the update. I'll be fine.
Ryan was like, why do you want the Star Citizen update to come later? So that's it for you then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Apart from a couple of things I've been playing on my phone, but
Okay. So for me, I guess since Dan didn't get to play it, I did. And that's the Destiny beta, except I did it on PS3 because you don't have to have Xbox Live Gold, you don't have to have PSN, awesome. That's quite nice. I was afraid of that, like, if it said I had to have PSN, I almost until I saw that I didn't. I contemplated, man, do I need to have PSN? Should I get PSN? I can get free games. I guess I can do that if it happens. I didn't have to, so thank God. But played Destiny beta, and I'm just gonna say it now. Get it next gen, cause I looked at the textures like, oh, that's bland. Oh man, that is just flat color. Oh. And then I started thinking, I was like, I am such a fucking goddamn PC fag. I was like, wow, I'm horrible. And I'm so spoiled that I actually, I think this is the first game I've ever really gone like, man, those textures look horrible for a new game that isn't even out yet. And I was like, well, I guess it's the old consoles and everything. I can't really say too much about that. It looks alright, but you can tell, there is not detail, or as much detail into, environmental stuff, or the enemies and stuff like that. So I would say definitely get it next gen, especially if you can't deal with old style, which is funny, it's not that old, but old style graphics and stuff. But I got on with Steve, and we play. Well, first you have to go through the whole opening thing, and I had to wait for him finally after he got on yesterday. And so we went around after he got on. Actually, I went to the hub world after I finished the whole opening section, which I guess I'll get into this in a second. I saw a guy sitting on the ground, so I sat on the ground next to him, and then he stood up and waved. I waved back, and I ran away. That was my whole, random person kind of interaction that I had during it.
Not that it actually means anything, but apparently, Destiny is in the Steam database, and that gives a kind of bit of credibility to the claim that it might be coming out on PC much next year.
Well,
of course, it's not proof.
It does. Yeah, if it does, I will pick that shit up because I know I'll enjoy it as a shooter game, but like, I'll do this now, I guess. Looking at the whole MMO-ishness, that was horrible of it. Oh my god, MMO, you go to the hub world, hey, there's people there. Apparently you can only have 3 people to go into a mission with you. There are not other people, it's not like you're going into an environment, there's all this stuff going on. Like this thing I knew I was going to have with it being, playing an MMO, playing Guild Wars, that kind of stuff, is I knew it wasn't going to be as good as I wanted it to. And like I saw a tweet from Zerum, and he's like, Destiny Beta is good, but something's missing. And I was like, I know, that's going to be the problem I'm going to have with it. I know I'm going to want more out of it. And like, you go to the hub world, you see a bunch of people, whoop-de-doo, I can go to Lion's Arch and see 1 million people. But if I go to the next area, guess what? There's still like 100 people in there too. Like, it's just, you want more. If it's an MMO, you're playing with people all the time. You're not seeing people in one area and then taking a few of them with you. And I guess they automatically fill the slot. Like, I think if, say you can only have 4 people in the world, I guess you could say instance at a time. You can have, like, it was me and Steve, and then we'd see like 2 other people in that area as well when we went in. So I'm guessing if you don't have a full group, they mash you together to make sure you are a group, or you have that many people in there. Didn't work too well because these guys were doing whatever the hell they were doing. Me and Steve were doing like the game, or the mission in the game, and we went to like the end of it or something like that, and then these guys, like, after, I don't know, a couple minutes of, fighting this thing, finally show up at the end, and, like, you're like, okay, we'll help now, I guess. So, yeah. It's like Halo, I guess, with, I didn't want to say Halo, but it's first person instead of third person. I was going to say this on, like, Gears of War. But it's like Halo. Except, if you don't have a full party of people you're playing with, it's Halo with a couple assholes and your group. So, not as good as I wanted it to be, but it is a good game in general. I think the story's gonna be cool behind it. Oh, this is the other thing. Making your character not as cool as, like, other MMOs, like Guild Wars, where you can change a lot of things. They have, like, 10 maybe selections of different parts that you can choose from. So, like, you can make different, like, you may not see the same character, but you'll probably have close resemblance to him. But there's, like, a couple things you can choose, like, of course you have to have the, hey, do you want a tattoo on your face?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Face tats for the win.
I put, the hell did I put? Like, some lines going over my eyes, because that's the only one I really thought was, hey, that's kind of cool. There, you can put, like, a skull tattoo on your face,
Can you put a tattoo of your face on your face?
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of looks like your face. But it's a cool shooter. It'll be fun. It'll look awesome on other systems, and if it comes to PC, it's gonna look amazing. Because that's where I'll be getting on if I don't have a PS4 anytime soon. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And I guess I'll say this because Dan said the crew. I hate racer style games a lot. And it was pissing me off to no end. I was yelling, swearing, everything.
Yeah, you were.
It's harder than other racing games that I've played. Yeah. It's harder than other goddamn racing games that I've played. So, if you fail a mission, you can redo it. And for some reason, I can't. I could and I couldn't. There was one part in the opening bit that you have to do, where you have to do a race, and this guy, I want to say this guy, you can't skip the opening of the race. It makes you go through this whole minute every time, and I failed 5 times, so. You keep going through the opening and the opening and the opening of it, and I'm just like, you let me go! I already saw this the first time. So I had to watch this thing over and over again, kept losing, because, the turns are ridiculous. I can't drift for shit. I can't do anything. I can't even blow up the cars like I want to. Yeah, speaking of that, the only racing games I really like are burnout games where you can, blow up shit all the time. But I just don't like racing games. And then my awesome hunting knife that's sitting above was sitting above my computer, fell into my favorite drinking glass, broke my drinking glass, so I was like, I can't waste it's good because the break didn't go below the alcohol, so nothing spilled out. So I was drinking it, hoping not to drink glass. And then I got to the bottom and all the glass was at the bottom, so I was like, oh, that's nice. So yeah, that was fun. I am no good judge of this game because I just do not like racing games. And I doubt I'll pick it up. I may get it if it's really cheap, just to play with Dan or something, I don't know. But I do not like the games, and the story's not that great. And then apparently Dan's in the game because the guy looks kind of like Dan mixed with Gordon Freeman. So, apparently Ubisoft is your number one fan, Dan. Oh, it's an Ubisoft game, that's why I don't like it. Yeah, whatever. Don't take my judgment on it as anything just because I am not that style of game fan at all. But it's funny because I love almost every game, but I just did not like this at all. And Destiny, I love every game. I cannot believe that the graphics for oh man, I can't believe this. Because another game I've been playing is Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo. Man, I love that game. That's my favorite Putt-Putt game ever. And speaking of that, it was my brother's birthday Friday, and for his birthday, I bought him Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo.
Poor guy.
As far as I know, he hasn't played it yet, so I'm going to have to drive down to Virginia.
There's a surprise.
Oh, speaking of that, I didn't say it last week, I think. So my dad came down while I was playing Putt-Putt Enters the Race. And he's like, well, he looks at it and it's kind of scary. He's like, is that Putt-Putt? I was like, oh my god, my dad remembers what Putt-Putt is. He's like, you guys used to play that all the time as kids. Were you the one that played it all the time? I was like, yeah, I was the one who played it. And then Courtney has to chime in, and he still plays it as an adult. So, that was fun. And he's watched me play it, and I'm getting myself a paint job and everything, and Oh man, I love Putt-Putt. Saves the Zoo. As soon as I saw it was there or on sale, I was like, oh my god, my favorite Putt-Putt game's finally on sale. I love it. Nothing more I can really say about it. People that listen to this podcast constantly are probably like, why?
Yeah.
Other than that, I guess I'll have to say this because Dan talked about his flight stick. So, Star Citizen. There we go. So I played some Star Citizen.
That's not the Citizen. That's Citizen.
I thought my T wasn't working for a second. I tried hitting it 3 times and it worked twice. Anyway, yeah, Star Citizen is what I've been playing, and I made it to wave 8, and I could have gone further, but after I reached wave 8, Dan got offline. I was like, okay, I'm done, I guess. It kind of sounded like I had to prove something to Dan. I don't know. But yeah, I played some. And
wave 12.
You still haven't been yet. Get to wave 13.
You know what's annoying? It finishes at wave 15.
Oh, is it 15? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you suck. Yeah, I could have gone at least to probably wave 9, but I just went, no, I'll do it another day. Because, I was playing with, damn it, I was playing with my stick settings, and I finally got the drivers download the whole what's it called? Did I say drivers? I don't know. Got drivers download and whatnot, and finally, and then I went through that and tried to make god damn it, I hate saying it, made the stick more sensitive and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it worked as well. Maybe it seemed a little bit better. I can't tell because it's been so long since I played it. I'll probably be playing it this week again to get further and everything. But man, missiles for the win. If I don't, there are times I'm trying to follow this guy and I'm shooting the shit out of him. I can't kill him. So I just give up in the air and go, all right, missile up your ass, bye. And that's an instant. So. I love dogfighting stuff. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to have a little go around with Dan and Lee whenever we get our whole multiplayer stuff going on.
Yeah.
And
anyone else that picks it up, obviously.
Yeah, but we don't know anybody else yet. Well, no, we have Tiny. Tiny has it.
Yeah. And your mate was going to get it. Don't know if he did.
Oh, I need to ask Jeremy if he finally got it.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about it and then kind of dropped off the face of the planet with that. I'll have to go back and ask him. Other than that, played more Guild Wars 2, got through the latest episode of the Living Story, and in the last instance in the episode, there's this crazy awesome cutscene that happens. It's dude, I'm tripping balls, man, and it's awesome. The stuff that happens, you can, from what you heard in the earlier instance, you can kind of pull together what is happening in this, and it's just really cool, and I can't wait to do the next part now. And it, these episodes aren't very long, they're a couple hours each, which is playing a Walking Dead episode or something. So they're nice little chunks, but you need to be able to, you need to play them kind of briefly and not all at once and stuff like that. I don't know, that's how I've been kind of taking it. But it's awesome, and I do want to get back into Guild Wars, but I know I'm not until something major happens, a expansion or something like that.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, like Dan said, The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 4, awesome. Made the wrong decision, I think. Man. Can't wait to do the spoiler show at the end.
Kirby I was a bit pissed off I couldn't sing the 2 songs that I wanted to sing.
I need to ask you a question later. I can't remember if I asked it. I think I did. Anyway, Kirby's Triple Deluxe. I went to the doctor's yesterday. While I was there, I played the rest of World 1 and then halfway, I think, through World 2 while I was waiting. That game is pretty awesome. I really, really enjoy it. The whole sucking enemies up, taking their powers and using different powers to do, on different enemies and stuff. I really, really enjoy doing it. It's pretty awesome. Other than that, Pinball FX 2 did crap, what do they call those? They're not tracks. Yeah, tables, that's there. Did a table, and that's all I did. Tesla one. Didn't do as good as I was hoping. I will one day get, or beat Chris from Everyday Gamers, Holy Headshot. I will beat his time. But, I have so not been playing it enough, to, well, actually, it's the first time I'm playing forever. I haven't been able to play it to, get myself skillful. I just saw it and then hopped on it for 5 minutes. And other than that, the last thing I've been playing, right before Steve got on last night, was Contrast. And this game, I've been wanting to play it for a while, and I finally decided to, and it's really, really interesting. I guess you're like an imaginary friend or something. I don't understand exactly who or what you are yet, but it's really, really interesting. Because there's this girl that you talk to and stuff, and everyone except you and this girl so far in this game are all silhouettes, like shadows on the wall, and it's very interesting. And you have the ability to choose to go from regular mode or human mode, I guess, solid mode, to shadow mode, and you attach yourself to the wall, kind of oh gosh, what's it called? Not Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds, and you attach yourself to the wall. You're a shadow, and then anything that's a shadow you can jump on, and you solve puzzles by you can pull stuff in human mode. And then you can move it, make the shadows bigger, smaller, however you need to make it, so you can get up an obstacle, and then you can find secret stuff and stuff like that. Whenever you can do that kind of stuff. And it's just really cool. I like the art style of it. And well, I mean, I've seen the main character from not screenshots, but just a picture for the game or whatever you want to say, thumbnail, I don't know. But it's really cool, and I am definitely going to be playing more of it. I want to beat that game. It's just really interesting because there's that puzzle element that I really like. There's some decent story to it that you're getting out of it and everything. So I definitely will be playing more and more of that. But other than that, that's all I've been playing. Picked up Wii Sports, or what the hell's it called? That's what it is. Wii Sports Club. Picked up that. I was kind of debating with myself. I was like, do I want to pick it up? Whenever I was looking at it, or because you can download all the games before the physical edition came out, I was like, I know I'm going to play bowling. I want to play golf. And I think they're $10 each. There's 5 games. Yeah. And the game was $40, and you can get 5 for $40. So instead of spending $50 on all of them, if I ever got them all, I can get them for $40. So I picked that up, and I plan on playing some golf and some bowling with Courtney probably. And since you can play online with friends and everything, because this is Wii Sports from the Wii, but up-res, for the Wii U, and given multiplayer, online multiplayer and stuff like that you can do, and some extra modes and stuff to it. So I figured, I'll definitely pick that up because I really like Wii Sports on the Wii. So, hell, I want that up-res textures and stuff of my me. But I don't think I've bought anything else. I almost bought a bunch of stuff. I bought a bunch of Groupon stuff again, and some of it I don't feel like talking about. Yeah, bought some more Groupon stuff. Yeah, that's how amazing. I bought some weird ass shit. Yeah, other than that, that's really it for, I would say, mine and Dan's weeks and games and buying stuff, and yeah. So we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back with some news. Alright, we are back and it's time for some news. And I guess I'll start it off. So we were talking about The Walking Dead a little bit ago, and well, apparently Telltale just announced today that Season 3 of The Walking Dead is going to happen. So be prepared for another 6-month episodic game happening. I wonder what they're going to do. Well, we have to see what happens at the end of Season 2 to think, oh my god, what's going to happen in Season 3? All this shit went down. So, yeah. Nothing else really with that one, I would think. Dan, what's the next one?
Well, apparently, according to this new survey, if you shop at GameStop, there's a 60% chance that you're a bit of an idiot. Because according to GameStop president Tony Bartel, in an interview with VentureBeat, he said that only 40% of the retailer's customers know that they can trade in their old games and products for in-store credit or cash. So, yeah.
It's kind of, well, I guess if 60% of the people are just buying stuff for their kids, like, well, okay, maybe. But I don't know how people couldn't know that you could trade in and stuff like that. Like, that's one of the things they're kind of part of. Like, that's one of the things. Trade in your games here, get credit towards getting a new game.
Yeah, but don't they normally say something along the lines of, thank you for choosing GameStop, where we buy and sell used games. How can I help you?
No, not to me, at least. But, like, well, I guess I've never heard any of them actually say, do you have anything traded in today? Or, you can trade in games. Like, I guess no one's ever said it to me, so I guess if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. I don't know.
Well, despite fewer than half of its customers actually knowing about being able to trade stuff in, VentureBeat has reported that GameStop saw $1.2 billion in trade, in trade credit, spent in store annually. And apparently that 70% of trade credit goes towards purchasing new games. 70% of that trade even goes towards new games. And don't forget, The Last of Us Remastered is coming out on Tuesday when this will be up and you'll probably be listening to it. And GameStop is offering a 50% off trade-in when you trade in your PS3 copy of The Last of Us. So if you want to upgrade it and see it on the PS4, you can do it for half price. Yay! But yeah, that's a bit of, I guess, some people just don't pay any attention at all to stuff.
Speaking of that,
apparently even fewer people know that you can trade in mobile phones and tablets and stuff like that as well.
Well, that's more understandable because that just happened not too long ago. But yeah, I know they do have something in the stores that I've seen that have like mobile phone something or whatever you can trade in.
That's it for that one. I just thought it was quite funny because in my local game store, which is a similar thing, they've got racks full of pre-owned games. There's a display in the window showing their pre-owned tablets, cell phones.
Oh, cameras. I didn't even think about that. I guess if you looked in there, it says pre-owned on the game. Like,
yeah,
there's tons and tons of those. Like, I guess that's kind of weird. You wouldn't know. I completely forgot to think about that one.
Yeah. So, anyway, can't fix stupid.
Yeah. Next little piece is about the Steam controller that I've been waiting to get my hands on for a while. And apparently this is about it. An image that they showed actually has is showing like an analog stick on it. And I guess it could have them, but still, it's kind of like 3DS-ish.
Does it need it?
Well, no, not that. But with the 3DS, it only has one it's showing on this image.
Oh, yeah.
It's not showing two, so you're like, if you want to use the analog stick, you only got one to use, you're going to have to use the left stick's always for moving, the right stick's for aiming and stuff, and like FPS and stuff like that. You're still going to have to use the one for aiming, so...
Yeah, but, I mean, the whole point of the pads is that they're analog, so you shouldn't really need the thumbstick anyway.
Yeah. Now, I guess if people, I guess you can get more precise with the right side, where you're moving your thumb around and, getting that precise headshot and stuff like that. And then you're just moving with the left one, which would be alright, I would say. So, I don't know. It's definitely interesting, but, I don't think this article really says anything other than... Oh, well, it says it wasn't confirmed by Valve yet, and this came out on... Well, this one says today, but I think this came out yesterday or something like that. So nobody said anything yet about what is going on with it. But, I don't think they had anything in that little spot. Maybe they had to put something in there. And I guess it'll make some people happy that want to use an analog stick. But... I guess this could say they're not maybe comfortable or not confident in what they're making. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's just probably because people don't like change, and they're like, "Dude, where's the thumbstick? I can't play without a thumbstick." Not really understanding what the hell the controller is and how it works. So.
I guess it could be for those people that are would be looking at a Steam box being a console kind of gamer and stuff like that. PC gamers would be more open to change. I don't know. Unless they are like, man, I still want these analog sticks whenever I'm playing these FPS games or something.
Unless maybe there's some games that they found that they actually do need to use the thumbstick in. I don't know what, but yeah, there might be a couple that they're just like, oh, yeah, perhaps we need a thumbstick for these few games.
I do remember something where I heard somebody was playing Portal 2 or Portal or whatever, and apparently the pads don't work as well. Maybe it was with moving, I'm not sure. But yeah, people were having trouble with that kind of stuff, so I guess they may need it for those kind of games.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I want to get my hands on one, give it a go, see what it's like.
Yeah, I wish I was one of those beta testers. I think everyone is. And like, man, I wish I was in that. But yeah, that's really all with that one.
That would have made me so happy.
Yeah, oh yeah. Get one of those. Yeah, especially since they had all the different the different spec, I guess, Steam boxes. If you would have had the one with the Titan and shit, that'd be awesome. Anyway, Tan, you want to take the next one?
You know what does make me happy?
Star Citizen.
Well, yeah, apart from that, at Comic-Con a couple of days ago, I can't remember when it was, it wasn't long ago, but the BioWare's panel, they basically said what they said before at E3, but they did reveal something. The Mako's coming back. Yes! And
apparently you can customize it, is what I'm looking at here?
Well, quite possibly. They keep referring to it as your Mako, so we don't know what's going on with that. But, I really got annoyed in, was it 2 or 3, where you just kept randomly pinging planets to see if there was any stuff to pick up. And
Well, I don't know about 3 since I never played it, but 2 is the one where you had to scan the planet and then send a probe down. Yeah, you never got to you got to visit a few planets, but it was only walking around areas.
Yeah. Whereas now we're going to be able to drive around places, and I really, really enjoyed that. I know a load of people didn't like the first one because they thought it was a chore. They didn't like the way they get handled, and they couldn't, get around with the low gravity physics. I loved it, and I really, really did miss it. I
thought it was
the next 2.
I thought it was cool, but it could have been better. Which all they had to do is make it better in the second one, but they just said, "Hey, let's get rid of this shid."
Yeah, and there was so much you could do with it. There were times, when I'd be on a planet and I'd end up using the Mako to help me, clear stuff out rather than doing it on foot. It was, the weapons were fantastic, and I was just exploring stuff. And
remember that part in 1? I think it was an early mission or something like that. You go on with the Mako, and there's it's not sandworm, but it was that thing that comes out of the ground like a worm, and it shoots at you. I stood at the longest distance, and it wasn't shooting at me, so I just kept shooting at it. It was just on the edge, and I could just get to it. It was awesome, which is kind of cheating, I guess. But hey,
yeah, I always went balls deep in that thing and drove around stupidly fast trying to shoot it.
There was one part where you get surrounded by death and shit, and that was pretty hard.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm so glad it's coming back. I absolutely over the moon, because they can do, especially now, with the newer consoles and more power that they're able to utilize. I think we're going to see much better things with the Mako in this.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're going to be a lot better than they were.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next Mass Effect.
I still need to play 2 and 3. Yay!
Yeah, you do. So yeah, we still don't know much about it at all. We know that it's a human protagonist that isn't Shepard. We don't know where or when the story takes place in the universe, and we don't know if we'll see returning characters, but we will see returning alien races.
The only thing I think we know is we're not going to see Shepard.
Yeah, there's going to be aliens. We know that much.
It'd be cool if, you didn't play a Shepard, but Shepard was in there, and it was your Shepard.
Yeah,
as
it's entirely possible that we could see Shepard in there. It's just,
even if
when it's made.
Just thinking, if you're just
walking on the Citadel and you hear Shepard saying, "This is my favorite Shepard."
Just in a cutscene or whatever, you're just talking to somebody, and you see in the background Shepard just walks by, and it's your Shepard, and I don't know, you said, did I just see Shepard? It was yeah, I don't think so. I think that guy's long gone. He's dead or something. Yeah. It'd just be kind of cool.
Or you're on that bit where the news person's interviewing Shepard, and you see what your Shepard did. So if you punched her in the face, you just see that in the background.
And then you're talking to somebody oh my god, did he just fucking punch her in the face? Or man, that was awesome that he did that.
I remember doing that. And they'd be like, what? That doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't.
That's it's funny because that's I only did it once and I felt like the worst person in the world for I disagree with her and then you just end up punching her in the face. It's oh my god, things escalated quickly. Oh man, I just got myself hyped up for talking about being able to see your own old Shepard. That'd be kind of cool.
It's gonna be good. Can't wait. I'm a little bit worried about them. That survey they're doing, asking people what they want in the game.
Do they have choices, or is it a survey saying "say what you want"?
I have no idea. I haven't looked at it. I think it's choices. I haven't the foggiest. I haven't looked at it.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be something if it is say what you want, I'm sure they're going to say, okay, all kind of like
just rewrite the ending for you.
Yeah, I think it's going to be something oh, yeah. Well, if it is what people say, it's just going to be 100 people said this, and this is more than all these other people.
I've just figured out what they're making.
What do you mean what they're making?
They're making a Mass Effect themed Family Fortunes or Family Feud. That's what it is. Our survey said.
Oh god, that'd be a fun little mini game to have in there with different races and stuff. You have like I can't even remember the name of the races anymore. But like you have like a family of this race and a family of this race.
We asked 100 guests to say what
Yeah,
it was the most important thing when it came.
when destroying. What do they call? What's Tally's race? I think it's Tally, right?
Yeah, she's the. I can't remember. Sorry, Teflon.
Anyway, like what's the most important thing when deciding how to execute this race, and then you have to guess. Oh,
Get the
wow.
top answer.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this part out, and I'm gonna send it in to BioWare of us talking about it. Like, that sounds like a good idea. We're gonna put that in as a minigame.
Oh god.
Oh man, that'd be so awesome. Oh, is there anything else we can say about this? I just made myself excited. I want to play Mass Effect, but Jason's got to hear him like, oh my god.
I think that's kind of it. They're still deciding if you're going to be able to customize the looks of the Mako, but you are going to be spending a significant amount of time in the vehicle, apparently.
Which is definitely good. You know, maybe. Well, I mean, games are getting bigger and stuff like that, and this is definitely one of those. Well, not all games getting bigger, but this is one of those bigger style games. And like, if you could, say you go into a planet and you're traveling from like, say, a city to another city, and it, you know, you could take the Mako, maybe have some stuff going on while you're in there. So that'd be kind of cool.
Okay, so what have we got next up in the news?
One of my favorite things in the world. So, there's this game called Hyrule Warriors, and I am getting more and more excited about it every damn day that, I guess every week, that I hear about, like, the new characters and stuff that they reveal. And, it semi feels like they're going backwards, like, from Skyward Sword down, except for this part, which, it's in the same, maybe if we look at console it was on, I don't know. Anyway, but they showed off 3 new characters this week, and it's gonna be freaking awesome. So, oh man, everyone knows. Well, maybe not everyone knows. Princess Zelda in Ocarina of Time, after you turn to an adult, is Sheik. And Sheik is going to be in the game, and I watched the trailer today with Courtney, and she maybe thought I was, like, fucking weird. But, like, I was like, oh my god! So, I was watching Sheik, like, beat the shit out of stuff and do all of her stuff and stuff. And...
Stuff!
And, like, she's, like, I don't know, hitting all this stuff up with daggers, or, you know, whatever. I can't remember what they call it, shuriken, whatever. Anyway, she sent all that stuff up, and she turns around, and fucking, since she has the harp, she, like, strokes the harp or whatever, and then, like, everything goes to hell and blows up and whatnot. I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome! And then they also, showed off Rudo, who is the Zora, that is, like, saying that I'm gonna make you my husband in Ocarina of Time. And, showing her off, she does some cool stuff, and, oh man, it just looks so cool. And all these characters they keep showing off is insane. And I guess I should say, like, all these characters come from Ocarina of Time, and, like, so many people I know say, you know, Ocarina of Time's their favorite and all this stuff, but, like, my favorite is, or my all-time favorite has been, like, A Link to the Past and stuff like that. And then the third one that they said is Darunia, who is the Goron that you meet, in Death Mountain, where, like, the Gorons live and stuff, and you play you play Saria's song to him, and, like, he does this crazy dance stuff. And whenever they introduce him, he's, like, they're showing off in, like, this little side window of him, like, doing his weird little dance in Ocarina of Time and stuff. I was laughing my ass off. But, oh man, like, these characters are really cool that they announce, and like, you know, these characters that you see in the game that you're like, man, these are cool characters, and you're gonna get to play and fight as them. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. And I'm hoping the next release that they have is from Majora's Mask, because I will lose my shit. Like, if they do it, one of them's gonna have to be like Skull Kid, and with like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and stuff. Next one they have to announce has to have Tingle in it. He's so weird of a person.
Guy's a pedo, man.
I'll play him. That didn't sound right. But like, it's man, it's gonna be awesome. It's like, I don't know. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna love it. But like, yeah, they have to have Tingle. They have to. I don't care if he has to blow a balloon or throw a ruby at somebody or what. Or sell him a map. But it'll be awesome to see. And I have to play as him at least once. And like, the trailer I watched was showing all of them. Yeah, I think it was everyone they've known so far. Bad guys and good guys. And they're showing like Link doing some attacks, Zelda doing attacks, and you know, all their cool stuff that's happening. And like, you know, I just get more and more excited for it. And it's coming out really, really soon, like next couple months. So I cannot wait to see it. Like, before it released in Japan, they're gonna have to have all the characters out because, well, if they don't, they're all gonna get leaked out the day it gets released anyway. So I will know. I don't think I really have anything else to say other than, you know, Ocarina of Time characters, gonna be awesome. Majora's Mask next, hopefully. Dan, go ahead with your next piece.
Well, I'm on a bit of a kind of space kick at the moment with my gaming.
I could tell.
If you haven't, you know, if you didn't know. And there's a game I'm really looking forward to that happens to be set in space. However, it's not any old space thing with no history to it. It's Firefly Online.
I was going to say, it's not something nobody's ever heard of.
No, one of my favourite sci-fi TV shows, obviously Firefly, there's a game coming out. They've still got a load of work to do. And, they were at Comic-Con again. Another Comic-Con thing. Funnily enough, it's happened recently, so that's where quite a bit of our news has come from. The game was originally announced for iOS and Android, but it's also coming to PC and Mac via Steam. And the great thing is you'll be able to play on any of them, and it'll switch. You can continue your game on your computer, and then pick it up on your iPhone or Android phone and pick up where you left off on your PC. And the great news is Nathan Fillion and all of the other cast, like the main cast, Adam Baldwin, Sean Mayer, Ron Glass, Alan Tudyk, the guy who played Wash, Jill Stacey,
any of these are because I haven't.
Gina Torres, and Summer Glau are all going to be in the game. They've some of them have already recorded their parts, and a few still have to do it. Apparently, they have a huge amount more work to do. They've got a load more, many hours worth of new stuff they're adding into the game. They've got about 20 actors they need to turn into 3D models, and dozens of new scenes they've got to block out and animate, and it's I can't wait. It's I love that universe. It's great fun. And if you want to know more about it, if you go to keepflying.com, you can check it out there. I think it's going to be fun.
Now, since I don't know anything about it, how many seasons are in Firefly?
I'm tempted to say one.
Wait, really? Just one?
There aren't many episodes. It got cancelled. And then they
Was it really?
Serenity.
So I watched Firefly for the first season, then go into Serenity?
Yeah.
Why did they change it?
Because whoever was behind them, probably Fox, I don't remember. Well, let's have a look. Decided to can it.
And then they gave up, so somebody picked it up, and since they couldn't use Firefly over the
No. Joss Whedon was like, right, fine, I'm going to have to make a film to finish it off. Basically. There's
so
one
it's
season.
just one season, one film.
Yeah, there's one season, and there are, let's see.
Well, I guess I should watch it because me and the wife can binge that for
14 episodes, and then the movie.
Hour-long episodes, half an hour. I'm guessing hour.
I don't remember. I think the first episode is like 2 episodes.
Yeah, well, they do that with a lot of stuff. With like
I think they're like 43 minutes each.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Commercials, whatnot. I guess I'll be making the wife watch Firefly then.
Yeah, it's all on Netflix, so.
I thought it was a lot longer. I'm surprised that, I guess, games getting made out of something that was only an episode. I heard people talk about it, love it. I didn't think it actually got canceled that early.
Oh yeah, it's got a huge fan base. There's enough people that kept sending Josh Whedon money to pick it up, but unfortunately he doesn't own the rights for it for the TV series. It's a pain in the ass, really. It got a Primetime Emmy and 3 other things and 7 nominations, and it's ridiculous. It should not have been canned.
Yeah, that's, I guess, really.
Oh, I was right. It's 20th Century Fox.
So what you're going to see is after the game comes out and everything and everyone's loving it, they're like, I guess we should make a new season. And then it's going to be like, what's that show that goes along? Is it Divergence? What the hell is it called? The one that has the game that like ties in with the is affected by the TV show, or TV show is affected by the game or something.
Defiance,
that's what it is. Yeah, you'll see something like that happen.
So yeah, it kind of even didn't last the whole season. It's half a season.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Does it end well enough that I can say, like, okay, well, I guess I have to watch Serenity at the end of the summer thing up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so does it end well enough? Even though okay. Well, I'll have to watch it then.
Yes, you will.
Maybe next week I'll come back saying, oh my god, Firefly is the best thing ever.
Yeah, and if anything, hopefully it'll get you more into Star Citizen as well. You'll be like, yeah, and you'll understand what I kind of want to do with our group.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's kind of, yeah. Okay, I'll do it just for you. I guess we'll go on to the next piece of news now.
Can't believe you've never seen Firefly.
I've seen it around, or just like, yeah, maybe one day I'll watch it. There are those things, Dan. There are those things. Like Game of Thrones, I wait till season 4 to actually start watching. Well, no. I can't remember. Yeah, it was the beginning of season 4 that I finally said, okay, I'll start watching it. So, next piece of news. So remember we talked about the whole Xbox getting 3D Blu-ray support?
Yeah. I don't suppose anyone's decided to, I don't know, copy them.
I don't think it's copy as much as, oh shit, we completely forgot to do that. So Sony said, hey, we got that stuff happening too. So after, Xbox's whole, or I guess Microsoft saying, Xbox One is going to have 3D Blu-ray support to, make themselves sound special. Yeah, and it says, let's pull this out of our ass.
A function that was in the PS3 is finally making it to the PS4. Well done, guys. Got your thinking caps on there, I see.
Yeah, those are just things that I do not understand. Like, how do you have something in your last system, how do you just forgot to hit this button to turn it on? Yeah, it's like, how do you forget to put that in there?
Yeah, and well, yeah. Don't get me started on, support for last gen. Mind you, that's not an issue for me. I can still play games from my childhood on the PC.
Oh, you mean like Putt-Putt?
Yeah, or Monkey Island, or Wing Commander, or loads of stuff.
Since I have a stick again, I should play fucking. Oh man, if I got back into Wing Commander playing with my stick, oh man, I should never talk again. Really, make everything sound horrible.
You could just put the word "flight" in front of stick.
That's an extra word. Hard enough getting this many words that I say out of me.
You'll stop me from having to mute my mic because I'm chuckling every 5 minutes.
Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, Sony's finally putting 3D Blu-ray into the PS4. I thought it was funny because as soon as Microsoft announced it, a couple days later, like, oh yeah, we got that stuff. Oh.
Yeah. And then Steve was like, I just played a 3D Blu-ray in my PS3.
And
yeah, idiots.
He said something on the phone, and I cannot remember what the hell he said now. But like that thing you asked me about with the potato something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said something about it. Apparently, I'm gonna have to go over there and see this potato. I don't know. I guess I'll let you know but when I go over his place and actually see it. So, I guess I can see a potato in 3D. Yeah, I have no idea what that shit is. So, Dan, take the next one.
Okay, yeah. I'm not actually at my desk.
Or I should say the last one.
Oh yeah, Cliffy B.
Cliffy B. I mean, Gears of War guy and
Gears of War, Cliff Bleszinski. Yeah, he's got a new product, and you know what? It's not a video game. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's like Peter Molyneux making the cube.
No, this is much more physical. I mean, earlier this month he announced the free-to-play shooter codenamed Project Blue Streak that he was working on. But this is completely different. He's opened a bar called The Station in Raleigh.
Where's Raleigh at?
I don't know. NC, what's that?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Well, yeah. So he's lived there for the past 16 years. And he basically told a men's journal that actually a men's journal called Men's Journal that games development helped him understand how bars and restaurants can be run efficiently. He said, I realized everything is just systems. He said, recalling a dining experience in New York. The video game systems that are operating together that the player manipulates. One thing I've learned about the restaurant business is to keep an eye on your ticket times, keep an eye on your customers, make sure they're happy. If something's messed up, give them a free dessert, etc. And one of the other rules I've learned is keep an eye on the bathroom, because if the bathroom's not clean, the kitchen sure the hell isn't.
Okay.
Which is, my mum often looks in toilets and she's like, oh, it's not very good, not coming back here again.
I've never thought of it like that.
He's the station at Person Street is modelled on a 1910 Mako service station, and currently features a menu full of comfort food and 10 beers on tap from a rotating selection.
Cool.
So yeah, he's hoping to open a second establishment, so one with more than 300 beers on tap next year.
Shit.
Which I'd like to go to and try to work my way through them in a week.
That's a lot of beers to work. I was gonna say that's a lot of beers for a week, Dan.
Yeah.
Let's divide that up. Like 300 divided by, let's say it's a 30-day month. That's 10 beers a night. 10 different beers a night. Whoa, oh, man, I'd be very, very dead that whole month. Sorry, I can't come to work today. I got too drunk drinking all these beers last night. I decided to try the next 10.
Okay, well, at the moment in in the station, they've got Bud Light. I wouldn't have that because I know what it tastes like and I don't like Bud. Big Boss Angry Angel. Lone Rider Sweet Josie even. Natty Green's Wildflower Vice Beer. Or wheat beer. It's beer. Gotta talk about beer. Foothills Hoppy Yum.
Did they say we're at North Carolina? Raleigh. Or I don't even know how. Raleigh? Is that how it's it? Okay.
Foothills People's Porter. Dale's Pale Ale. Goose Island Beer Company Honkers Ale, which I think I might have had. Raleigh Brewing's Yes Ma'am. Oh, Hell Yes Ma'am. And Raleigh Brewing's House of Clay IPA. So yeah, most let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those local breweries, which is always good. Support your local brewery.
Okay, so what we're gonna say is, if I can find anything to do around there so I don't look like an alcoholic, it takes me 7 hours and 30 minutes to make it there. So if I can find a reason to go there, I'll be drinking 300 beers in a day, I guess. I don't know.
I wonder how long it would take me to get there.
Oh, it says an hour and 10 minutes for a non-stop flight. So that'd be cool.
According to this, it'll take me 13 hours and 50 minutes.
It's not too bad, even though if you're just going there for beer.
That just seems ridiculous. I mean, really, really ridiculous.
Is that connecting flights? Is that like a non-stop flight to North Carolina or what?
It says connecting 2 or more stops, but it doesn't say.
See, well, if we look at what I have up here, if I have a connecting flight, it goes to 3 hours. So that's another 2 hours.
From Cardiff. I'm not flying from Cardiff.
Yeah, 3 hours compared to an hour and 10 nonstop. I think I'll just take the hour and 10 nonstop. But yeah, man, I hate connecting flights. Suck, and that's why whenever me and Courtney go to Florida, we're gonna take the one place up by where I used to work, and it has a non-connect or non-stop flight to Florida, and it's pretty cheap actually. So it's like $80 a person or something like that, which is pretty nice. Which is 89. I don't know. It isn't bad at all. So, is that it for the news, Stan? Anything else about beer and Cliffy B, and how you'd like to have a beer with Cliffy B?
Oh, I don't give a shit about having a beer with Cliffy B. I just want to try the beer.
But maybe you could record him and put in the podcast, and we'd have content, and people would be like, "Oh my God, Cliffy B, I gotta see this." Anything else, Stan? Any other news? What we got? Nothing.
No, well, just one last little thing. I really do like some of the error codes I'm seeing that people are getting with Destiny. Yeah, Bee, Centipede, Vulture, which it makes a change in different just numbers. Jackrabbit.
Speaking of errors and stuff, my favorite errors have to come from the Guild Wars 2 stuff where they have like a Quaggan with the 404 thing, and it says, "Foo, Quaggan cannot find page." And it says, "Quaggan has been looking and looking, but Quaggan cannot find your page. Only 404. Quaggan does not think your page exists. Quaggan's sad."
Yeah.
It's the cutest goddamn thing ever. If you haven't played Guild Wars 2, Quaggan are like these little things that say "foo" and stuff all the time. And speaking of that, during Halloween, there's like a Quaggan dressed up as a ghost, and he goes, "Foo! Oh, Quaggan doesn't mean foo, he means woo." It's just so goddamn adorable. I love the Quaggan. They're so great. I think on that we're gonna end this segment. We're gonna take a little break, listen to the music, and we're gonna TGM checks, everything else, clean up this shit, and get out of here. So we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, we are back and it's time to get this stuff cleaned up. So quest of the week was, and it says, what are your thoughts on Club Nintendo Platinum Rewards getting cheaper each year? And nobody answered. So, and I think we said everything we needed to say last week. I said, kind of, disappointed in everything and whatnot. And Steve said in his whole thing. So listen to last episode to hear that. And next quest of the week is, so what are your thoughts on the Destiny beta? What are your likes and dislikes? Because I would like to hear what other people say other than, my little, man, this looks so last gen for the PS3 and everything. Like, I want to hear what other people liked or didn't like about it, because I know, like, PS4 and Xbox One, I'm sure, look a lot better than what I saw on the PS3. So, let us know. We definitely want to know what you had to say. So next is the hashtag TGM checks. And Steve had one, I'll let Dan take it.
Yeah, it came in 3 parts, so we could always hand them off.
Yeah, we can do that.
The first one comes from JSS Lifelike, and he says, hashtag TGM check. Driving through every McDonald's I see to populate Norend Village with street passes in Bravely Default.
It's so ridiculous. Like, he's asked me about the whole Bravely Default stuff and how street pass and everything work and stuff like that. And then he's like, I'm just going to go to McDonald's to get it. I didn't know he was going to multiple ones to get them. Oh, Steve, you bastard. You weird bastard. And then the next part of his TGM check is, Mario Golf is great. Plus, I discovered that I don't need to rush out and buy Destiny on day one thanks to the beta. Yeah, like I said before, like, he wasn't very impressed with it as well, so I understand that stuff.
Sorry, I just had a small, mini stroke or something.
Okay.
I think I'm falling asleep.
We're almost done, Dan. Make it.
Did you just read out the second one?
Yes.
I didn't hear that at all.
Oh my god. Dan, don't die. I need you.
Okay. The next one is again from JSS Lifelike, and he says, hashtag TGM check. I don't mean to sound elitist, but for someone who's never left the console ecosystem, Destiny probably seems revolutionary. Yeah. I did see something with people going, oh my god, I can dance! It's like, yeah, well done.
Yeah, a lot of people that I've heard on podcasts and stuff, they have been talking about dancing and stuff, and I'm like, Guild Wars, I could dance whenever I wanted to and stuff, and it's an MMO thing, dancing, and like, people are excited about being able to dance. I could dance a while ago.
Wow.
I was going to say a while ago. Oh, man. Yeah, well, thank you, Steve, for our only TGM check. I'm kind of surprised no one else actually, did it today and stuff. Sad times, I guess. But now we'll get into our shout-outs, then. Who do you have shout-out?
Yeah, I've got some shout-outs this week, actually. My mate Goldie on Xbox Live, otherwise known as Adam Moore. No, it's completely gone.
Okay.
I've forgotten his Oh, Bongo the Sane, yeah, and Bongo the Sane. Both of you for giving me some trial codes and actually getting me back onto Xbox Live, however briefly, only to find out it didn't freaking work. But thank you for your help, and screw you, Microsoft, for your crappy support. And
for having to have a subscription base to actually play games online.
Yeah. and hurryupdabs.com. I want my joystick.
Yeah, how long have you been waiting? Like at least a week.
No, I ordered it on Wednesday, so I've still got a few days.
Did it say when they think they'll have it, or is it just like...
No.
Oh, man.
No, it just says... it says... what's it say, first of all? This item is in short supply, which to me, and I think most people would infer that they don't have many of them, not that it's out of stock.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, this stuff kind of happens where something goes on, maybe not on sale in this case, but, like, something's cheap, and everybody goes to buy it, and then they only had a few, and like, oh god, everyone's trying to get this, now we have to get all these back in stock before we can actually...
It still says in short supply. Now,
did the price go up on that site and everything after that?
Yeah, it's gone from $109.99 to $114.99 plus delivery.
But it's still pretty cheap, but it's...
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's still cheaper than the official Mad Catz web store.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just going to have to play the waiting game.
Well, at least you got it cheap and cheaper than, like, Amazon and other places had, so that's good.
Yeah, and, it's very tempting just to see if I can make some money on it and order another one.
You're not going to do it.
I could upgrade to the X55.
You're not going to do it.
You're right, I'm not going to do it. I like that stick. I prefer how it looks to the X55.
Yeah. Anyone else you have to shout out?
No, I think that's it. Yeah. What about you?
Well, I have this cat that just jumped on my desk and I can't see anything.
Kitty wants some action.
Yep, it was definitely Horny the Curie. Or Curie the Horny, I guess I should say. Yeah, she ran away now. And she's licking herself. Steve, definitely for playing Destiny with me. It was a lot of fun what we got to play. The game's good, but the graphics are not. Oh god, other than that, I don't think I really have anybody. No, I'll just say that on my next part. Yep, nothing else for me. Dan, webfortheweek.com, where can we not find you?
Oh, there's so many places you can't find me, but where you can find me is basically anywhere where I've used the username Hardlydan. So yeah, Steam, Origin, Uplay, Raptor, Xbox Live. I don't really use that. I've even got a PSN account, but I don't use that. And yeah, just put in Hardlydan, and if you want to get hold of me to play any games, or if something stopped working and you think I might be able to help you fix it, Hardlydan on Twitter is probably the best place to find me. What about you, Gary? I can see you've written some lists here, so you can remember everywhere you are.
Yeah, at least got you to change up yours a little bit. Yeah, I actually looked at the places that I'm normally at and stuff like that, and I wrote them down, so I'll put them in the document, so I can actually see where I am every week. Or, well, not where I am every week, but at least where I am at. So if you wanted to know anywhere that I am, here you go. Amras89 at Xbox Live, Skype, Twitter, Uplay, and Star Citizen. Xbox 189 at Steam.
You just said Xbox_89.
Yeah?
Amras_89.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, but you just said Xbox_89.
Did I say Xbox?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's that again. I did not notice that at all. I thought you said Amras. Anyway. Okay. Amras_89 at Steam, and I swear there's somewhere else, but for some reason I don't see it. I'll figure it out someday whenever I remember something I didn't notice. Amras1289 at Nintendo Network, and Origin, and Amras0289 on PSN. So if you want to know any of those places that I've been and you haven't been able to add me, well, there you go. I will only mention from now on, probably, maybe every, I don't know, month or so, I'll say them all. But, yeah, if you want to add me somewhere, well, there you go. Because I can't remember them all. So, after that whole awesome debacle of my names, Dan, get us out of here for the week.
If you want to, see stuff, I posted some stuff on Facebook earlier, actually, when Gary was streaming. We'll get more of that. I put a little update in Facebook. If you want to check us out on Facebook, look for, what was it, the Gamesmen podcast, yeah. Yeah, because the Gamesmen RPG on Facebook, I think, is a bunch of, the Gamesmen, even. There's a bunch of Australians, even. So we're not them, if you hadn't guessed. Haven't had any new likes. Yes, we have. No, we haven't. No, we haven't had any new likes.
Yes, no, yes, maybe, no.
Maybe. No. You know what else we haven't? We haven't had any more voicemails. But if you want to give us a call and you're in the States, call the RPG hotline. The telephone number for that is 412-267-RPG1. That's 412-267-RPG1. And
I'll put this in here real fast. If you want us to have a speak pipe to put in here, to be able to actually talk to us without going through the email and stuff, let us know. We'll do that. Then I'll make an account up and everything, so people can do that.
I nearly did it last week, but I was like, I'll just go to bed. I'll have to make a button and sorry. But yeah, if you want to get hold of us and the RPG hotline's too costly because you don't live in the States, you can always email us, and you can record an MP3 and send that to us via the email. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you want us to cover, how bad your diarrhea is, anything. We don't really care. It'd be nice to get something that isn't just random spam. If you want to email us, the address is thegamesmanrpg@gmail.com. One thing that does seem to be working quite well is our Twitter account, which is @thegamesmanrpg, and we've got another new follower with an awkward handle @Session Gaming, SESHN Gaming. So hello, thank you for following us.
Yay! We love people.
Now, we haven't really used the YouTube channel much recently, but there should be something going up soon. Unless Gary decides to sit on that video much longer.
Well, Ubisoft? Oh yeah, well I do have TGM taglines I need to put up, and I need podcasts I need to put up, and I told Dan to remind me on Tuesday, and I completely forgot it as well. Anyway, yeah, episodes should be going up, TGM taglines should be going up. I'm lazy.
Yeah, and you can check that out at youtube.com/thegamesmanrpg. I keep meaning to move these around. Back to Twitter. Don't forget to use the hashtags TGMCheck and TGMQuest to answer our question of the week, and the TGM check to tell us what you've been playing for the week. We used our Twitch stream earlier today, and we had people watching. So we streamed a bit of Minecraft. Gary and I were chatting. A couple of people dropped in, Teflon and Kryptonians, and joined in with the chat. And it
was actually funny because my cousin says, well, I said I'm trying to figure out all this streaming stuff. He's like, why? I was like, well, may get some more hits on the side or something, and just be watching. He's like, people should be playing, and then people actually started watching. I was like, oh my god.
People we didn't even know.
Yeah, I know. That's even better. Like,
yeah. So if you want to watch us live playing stuff, check out our Twitch stream. It's twitch.tv. if you want us to watch us playing stuff, check out our Twitch stream. It's twitch.tv/The Gamesmen RPG. So yeah, that's the way you can watch and listen to us. I expect quite a lot if you use iTunes with your iDevices to get out of the podcast. Why don't you leave us a review on iTunes? It'd be great. We haven't had one. It's got to be getting on for a year. Come on, guys, give us a review. Any amount of stars.
It's probably like way over a year now, actually.
Yeah, I think it is, but we should probably stop asking for it.
I think no, we can't stop asking. It helps us.
Really? Helps us what? Not get likes and reviews on iTunes?
It helps us get, fucking, not G40, Overseas Connection, part G40.com. They got actually on the top of the charts. People will see it there and use it.
I think we're pretty much done here, so I'm going to bed. Catch you later, mate.
Alright, I'll finish this on, I guess. You can go to bed, whatever. So that's going to do it for episode 29 of The Gamesmen. On behalf of Hardlydan, I am Amras. We are The Gamesmen. Until next time, we ask,
what role will you play? Mum wasn't very happy with Monty today.
Oh, really?
Apparently he's been naughty. He keeps trying to hump his toys in his bed.
I would like to try the death.
Unfortunately, the pub it does exist, but it's a different pub that's very rarely open. It used to be called the Check-In.
Okay.
And now it's called Monkey Island. Yeah.
Nothing to do with the game.
No, nothing at all to do with the game, and it's never open, and it's rather annoying.
It
was a biker's pub. The first time I went in, I opened the door, and on the jukebox, it was "People Are Strange." The dum 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 dum, people are strange.
And then everyone looks at you and
actually, that's not what happened. Sorry, when I walked in, the jukebox wasn't playing. And everyone turned around and looked at me, and it went really quiet. They're all bikers, and I'm there in like my surf gear, and I stroll in, and I was like, "Oh, brilliant! You've got some great ales." And everyone stopped, and then the jukebox started, and it started off, "Dum dum 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 people," and I was like, "Well, this is fucking weird."
Then you had a pint, and you ran out.
The landlord was an ex-Hell's Angel, and his wife was an ex-alcoholic.
So he owns a bar.
Yeah.
Perfect sense there.
If not fully satisfied with this podcast, please return any portions for a full refund.
So you can run and tell that, homeboy.